Welcome to another episode where we dive deep into the latest in recruitment strategies, AI innovations, and HR solutions. If you're looking to elevate your hiring game and stay ahead in the ever-evolving world of talent acquisition, you're in the right place. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with insights, expert interviews, and actionable tips to transform your recruitment approach. Stay tuned for exclusive content designed to make your hiring process smarter, faster, and more effective.
Recruitment with next-gen software solutions for companies. But we're not stopping there. We're enhancing the candidate experience with high-quality, bug-free application pages, real-time status notifications, and a supportive job board portal. Designed to make job searches smoother and more engaging. Profilytic redefining recruitment for everyone involved.
Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Today, we're going to tackle something pretty fundamental, databases,
Ooh, yeah.
specifically MySQL and PostgreSQL.
Two of the big ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got this document. It's actually aimed at recruiters and hiring managers who are trying to find, the best schema architects and engineers.
Makes sense. Those are crucial roles.
So by the end of this, not only will we appreciate these systems better,
Right.
but, who knows, maybe we'll pick up some tips for a technical interview or something.
Always good to be prepared.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess before we get into comparing MySQL and PostgreSQL, can you just explain what these schema architects, what they even do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this document makes them sound super important.
Oh, they are. They are. Think of it this way. A schema architect is like the architect of a building, right?
Okay.
They design the blueprint, the structure, how it all fits together.
The foundation.
Exactly. And then the schema engineers, they're like the construction crew.
Okay.
They make sure the database is actually built according to that plan.
Gotcha.
And that it functions properly. They handle performance, scalability, security, you name it.
So it sounds like they need to know databases inside and out.
Oh, absolutely. Deep understanding is key.
Which brings us to MySQL and PostgreSQL.
Right.
What are the main differences between the two? I know they're both relational database systems, but
Yeah, they're both powerful, for sure.
but when would you choose one over the other?
Well, one of the key areas where they differ is indexing, which is all about speed.
Speed.
Yeah, like how quickly you can retrieve data. Imagine you're trying to find one specific record in a database with millions of entries.
Right.
Without an index, the database would have to search every single one.
Oh, wow.
That would take forever.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very efficient.
Not at all. Indexes are like shortcuts, They help the database quickly pinpoint the information you need.
So, is it kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack, but with an index, you've got a metal detector?
Exactly. Perfect analogy.
Okay, cool.
So both MySQL and PostgreSQL have indexing capabilities.
Right.
But PostgreSQL offers some more advanced options.
Like what?
Well, let's say you're building a social media platform, right?
Okay.
Where users can store data in JSON format.
Mm-hmm.
PostgreSQL has these things called GIN indexes. They're specifically designed for that kind of data.
Oh, interesting.
So they can drastically improve query performance for applications that, heavily use JSON.
So if you've got a lot of that kind of data.
Yeah, PostgreSQL might be the better choice there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about the overall design of the database, the schema?
Schema design, that's like laying the foundation for a house.
Okay.
It determines how the data is organized, how different pieces of information relate to each other. MySQL is known for its simplicity, which makes it good for smaller applications.
Right.
Less complex data relationships, that's like building a cozy cottage.
Straightforward.
Exactly. Efficient, easy to manage.
So if you're working on something smaller or just need to get up and running quickly.
Yeah, MySQL is often a good starting point.
Okay, makes sense.
Now, PostgreSQL, that's more like building a skyscraper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, multiple floors, intricate connections, designed to handle complexity and future expansion.
So big enterprise level stuff.
Exactly. It lets you define relationships between tables, enforce data integrity, create custom data types. You've got a lot more flexibility.
So it's kind of like You wouldn't use a cottage to house a multinational corporation.
Precisely. You need the right structure for the job.
Right.
And another big consideration is concurrency.
Concurrency.
Yeah, like how well the database handles multiple users accessing data at the same time.
Oh, okay. So like a website with thousands of users all doing different things.
Exactly. If it's not managed properly, you can get conflicts, slowdowns, all sorts of problems.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like a busy intersection with cars coming from all directions.
Oh, right.
Without traffic signals, it'd be chaos.
So the database needs, like, traffic control.
Exactly. Locking mechanisms in databases act like those traffic signals.
Gotcha.
They prevent conflicts when multiple users try to access or modify the same data.
So how do MySQL and PostgreSQL handle this traffic control differently?
Well, MySQL uses simpler locking mechanisms, which work fine for smaller applications.
Okay.
But in high-traffic situations, those locks can create bottlenecks, slow things down.
So like traffic jams in our analogy.
Yeah, exactly. PostgreSQL, on the other hand, uses a more sophisticated approach called MVCC.
MVCC.
Multi-version concurrency control.
Okay, that sounds pretty technical.
It is, but think of it this way.
Yeah.
Instead of stopping all traffic at the intersection, MVCC creates separate lanes for each user.
Oh, okay.
So they can access and modify data concurrently without blocking each other.
Wow, that's smart.
It leads to much smoother traffic flow, better performance, especially in those high-traffic environments.
So like for big websites, enterprise systems.
Exactly. That's where PostgreSQL's MVCC really shines.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about extensibility.
Okay.
How do these databases allow for, like, customization?
Extensibility is all about being able to tailor the database to meet your specific needs.
Okay.
Beyond its core functionality, like adding custom features to a house.
Gotcha, like a unique fireplace or something.
Exactly. So PostgreSQL offers more extensibility compared to MySQL.
Okay.
You can create custom functions, define your own data types, even use procedural languages like PLPG-SQL to really extend its capabilities.
Wow, so it's pretty powerful.
Oh yeah, it gives developers a lot of control.
So it's like PostgreSQL is the database equivalent of a master builder
I like that.
who can, craft anything you need, whereas MySQL is maybe more like a prefab house with fewer customization options.
That's a great analogy. It really captures the essence of their differences.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get a feel for when you might use one over the other.
Right.
But, like, how does all this translate into, actually getting a job as a schema architect or engineer?
That's a great question. A lot of people are curious about that.
Yeah, because it seems like a pretty in-demand field.
Oh, it is. It is.
So when you're, like, building your resume, what kind of things should you highlight?
Well, first of all, don't just list skills. You got to showcase your experience.
Okay.
Give concrete examples of how you've actually used your knowledge.
Right, like real-world stuff.
Exactly. So let's say you optimized a complex query that was slowing down a website.
Okay.
Don't just say optimized queries.
See, that's pretty vague.
Right. Quantify your impact.
So, like, what would you say instead?
Well, did you reduce query time by a certain percentage?
Okay.
Did you improve the overall user experience?
Right.
Use numbers? They speak volumes.
So instead of just optimized queries...
Right. You might say something like, reduced query execution time by 50%, resulting in a 10% improvement in page load times.
Exactly. That's much more impactful.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and highlight relevant projects. Did you design a schema for a high-traffic application?
Okay.
Did you implement a disaster recovery plan?
Right. So you're showing what you can actually do.
Exactly. Show your accomplishments.
What about certifications?
Certifications. Oh, those are definitely valuable.
Okay.
They show you're committed to professional development, and they validate your expertise.
So, like, which ones are good to have?
Well, for example, the AWS Certified Database Specialty, that's a good one.
Okay.
Or the PostgreSQL Certified Professional.
Gotcha. So, like, industry-recognized ones.
Right. That can give you an edge.
Okay. So, resume is the first step.
Yes.
Then you've got to ace the interview.
The interview.
Any tips for those technical interviews?
Oh, yeah, lots of them.
Okay. Lay it on me.
First and foremost, be prepared to go beyond just definitions.
Okay.
Hiring managers want to see that you can actually apply your knowledge, solve problems.
So, like, how do you prepare for that?
Practice. Think about common scenarios you might face on the job.
Okay.
Like, how would you design a schema for millions of users?
Right.
What are the different types of indexes? When would you choose one over another?
Okay.
How would you optimize a slow query?
So they really want to see your thought process.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to think out loud during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Explain your reasoning, ask questions, show that you're comfortable with, complex stuff.
Right, so it's not just about having the right answers.
No, it's about how you think.
It's about showing that you can figure things out.
Exactly. Problem-solving skills are crucial.
Okay, what are some specific technical concepts that might come up?
Well, they might ask about clustered versus non-clustered indexes,
Okay.
or different locking mechanisms for concurrency,
Right.
query optimization techniques, strategies for scaling a database.
Okay, now I'm starting to get nervous. Don't be nervous. Just be prepared.
Yeah, preparation is key.
Exactly. And don't forget, enthusiasm goes a long way.
So, like, showing that you're actually passionate about databases.
Oh, absolutely. That makes a big difference.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, do your research, practice your answers, and let your passion shine through.
Okay, awesome advice. I feel much more prepared now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
So we've talked about MySQL and PostgreSQL. We've talked about, like, what it takes to get a job in this field.
Right.
But, like, what about the actual tools that these professionals use?
Ah, yes, the tools of the trade.
Yeah, what are some of the essential ones?
Well, there's a wide range of tools out there, and, it depends on the project and individual preferences, but
Okay.
some common categories are database design tools, performance monitoring solutions, backup and recovery tools.
So, like, a tool for every stage of the process.
Exactly. For design, MySQL Workbench for MySQL, pgadmin for PostgreSQL. Those are popular choices. They give you a visual interface for, creating tables, managing objects, that sort of thing.
So, like, an architect's blueprint, but for databases.
Exactly. And then you have performance monitoring tools.
Those sound important.
Oh, they are. They help you identify bottlenecks, make sure everything's running smoothly.
So, like, what are some examples of those?
Well, for MySQL, there's Percona Monitoring and Management, or PMM. It's open source. And SolarWinds offers a good suite of tools, too.
Mm-hmm.
For PostgreSQL, PG stat statements is built in. It gives you insights into query performance.
Okay.
And there's pganalyze, which is cloud-based. It offers more in-depth analysis.
Wow, so many options.
Yeah, there's a tool for every need.
What about backup and recovery tools?
Oh, those are crucial. You got to safeguard your data.
Right, like, what if something goes wrong?
Exactly. You need to be able to restore your database if there's data loss or corruption.
Makes sense.
For MySQL Enterprise Backup is a good option.
Okay.
And for PostgreSQL, there's PG Backrest and WallLG.
So choosing the right tools is important.
Oh, absolutely. They can really boost your productivity and help ensure your database is, performing well, secure, and reliable.
This is all great information. I'm learning so much.
I'm glad to hear that.
I feel like I'm getting a real insider's view of this whole world of databases.
Yeah, it's a fascinating world for sure.
It is. It is. And it's amazing to think about how much of our digital lives rely on these systems.
Right. They're everywhere.
It really is. It's like they're kind of invisible, but they're powering everything.
Right. Behind the scenes, working their magic.
So I guess, like, understanding databases is kind of like understanding how the world works, the digital world.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
Like all those personalized recommendations we get, the analytics, even scientific discoveries, it all comes back to databases.
It does. It does. It's all about the data.
And speaking of data, it seems like there's just more and more of it every day.
Oh, absolutely. It's exploding.
So how are databases keeping up?
Well, the field is constantly evolving. There are new technologies emerging all the time.
Like what?
Well, you've got NoSQL databases, for example.
Okay.
They're designed to handle different types of data, different workloads.
So they're like more specialized.
In a way, yeah. And then there are cloud-native solutions.
Okay.
They offer incredible scalability and flexibility.
So it's like the future of databases is in the cloud.
It's a big part of it, for sure.
This is all so fascinating. I feel like I've only scratched the surface.
Oh, there's so much more to explore.
But this has been a great start. I definitely have a much better understanding of MySQL and PostgreSQL now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
And, thanks to your advice, I might even be ready to apply for a job in this field.
Well, if you're passionate about it, go for it.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a field with a lot of opportunity.
It is. It is. And remember, the choice between MySQL and PostgreSQL, it's not about picking a winner.
Right. It depends on the project.
Yeah. Exactly. Each system has its strengths, so you need to choose the right tool for the job.
Well said. Well said. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today.
Yeah, it flew by.
It did. It did. But this has been an amazing deep dive into the world of databases.
I agree. It's been fun.
And I hope everyone listening has enjoyed it too.
Yeah, and if you're inspired to learn more, there's a ton of information out there just waiting to be discovered.
Exactly. So keep learning, keep experimenting, and maybe you'll be the one building the next generation of amazing database technologies.
That's the spirit.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of tech.
Until then.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest episodes and exclusive content designed to enhance your recruitment strategies.
Are you ready to transform recruitment with AI? Introducing Profilytic, a cutting-edge SaaS platform designed to streamline hiring. Now you can be part of our journey. We've launched a crowdfunding campaign on WeFunder to bring this innovative solution to businesses worldwide. Learn more and join us at wefunder.com Profilytic LLC. Together, let's shape the future of recruitment. Visit WeFunder today. Link is in the description.
Profilytic is a sophisticated software application that leverages artificial intelligence to streamline and enhance the recruitment process. Built upon the same automation engine used by Uber, Profilytic provides a comprehensive suite of features, including a job board, protection against harmful content, spam filtering, resume discrepancy detection, contract and offer management, compliance monitoring, real-time data insights, automated scheduling, and AI-powered candidate screening and matching.